Jai Hind everyone, my name is Aastha Sharma from CSC branch at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, and today I will talk about the related to the Python programming in Python packages. So there are so many packages are there in which we will talk about later on. So I will introduce few like matplot library also, skit library also, and certain things which will be used with the help of the packages we can conclude in the Python programming, like if you want to do any type of the data analytics or you want to train or test the data with the help of the matplot library, we can use matplotling. With the help of the Python packages we can compute our program. Like, so here are the content I will discuss about today, like Python packages, what is the creation, how you can create the Python packages, simple programs you can. So there are so many built-in functions are there in Python packages. Number one is matplot library, pandas, numpy and skitlearn libraries are also present, and the fourth one is the GUI, which is the graphical user interface programming, in which we will talk about related to the introduction, tkinter, what is the use of the tkinter in Python programming, what type of the widgets are there, and what type of the examples are used in the tkinter. And the second one is the platform, like the area in Python programming we use the integrated development environment, right? So IDE we will discuss about this. So let's see what is the Python packages, right? So the Python packages is a kind of the several modules or the several classes, functions and variables are present in the Python packages, right? Whereas the Python package contain several different types of the modules to compute in the programming. So in simpler terms I can say this, like Python packages, it is a kind of the folder or the class that can contain the various modules and that represents each modules in the file system, right? How you can create the Python packages. So let's take the one example is my package, right? My package module, and that module contain the module 1. For example, you have the my package module, right? My package contain the module 1 and the module 2 system. These are the two modules with the help of we can create the packages in Python programming, right? Let's see what type of the two modules you can use in the Python packages. Number one is like, first you need to define the function or the modules or the classes. So first module defined in the Python packages define the functions is used. For example, you need to print any type of the statement you needed to. Next module is defined the sum, like sum function was there, the new creation of the variable was there, and then return, like the print of the module 1 and the module 2. So from this, how you can extract the data from the packages once you created the Python package, right? So we start from dot module 1. You need to import that content from the packages. So from module 1, so from module 1 import the GFG, right? Yani it means it can get the information that whatever the modules or whatever the functions you created in the GFG, right, functions. Next, from module 2 import the sum functions also. So this is the indication, or this is the right way to create the Python packages and call the each type of any modules you can call it with the help of the from module type. Next is init.py. It will allow the function of the GFG and the function of the sum in the module 1 and module 2 to be imported. Whatever the content is present in the modules, right, module functions, that can extract it with the help of the import built-in functions, right? Next is understand what is the meaning of the init.py. Init.py, it is the Python interpreter which is recognized as the folder as in the package, right? It also implies that the imported from the modules, and it means that all the functions of the module can be imported while using the init.py. So for example, each functions has different types of each modules to be made available with the help of this functions. For example, if you wanted to created the init.py function, simply you just needed to write the init.py, right? Next is we will also import the any type of the module that can create it from the package by using these type of the modules functions. For example, from my package, you created different types of the packages. So from my package hold what type of the module information? Module 1 information. Say same as the from module 2 import the what type of the module you needed to import the module 2. So after importing the module 1 from the defined function GFG functions and from the module 2 the sum functions, then all these functions, this module 2 function is stored in the rest function, then printing the rest functions, right? Next is what the functions of the specific functions can also be used in the Python packages. Like for example, if you wanted to import different type of the syntax is represented in while importing the different type of modules. Like for example, my package imported the module 1. Module 1 information holds the function of the GFG, right? Next, module 2 contain the information or the statement functions with the help of import the value the sum, right? Next is the simple using the built-in functions of packages matplot library. So this is the number 1 library that has the built-in function and imported and can be used in the Python programming. So matplot library, basically it is used for the statistical purposes in Python programming. So it helps to visualize or analyze the data, and it helps in better understanding of the data with the help of the graphical or the pictorial. So many different type of statistical represented. Like for example, you just want to define your data with the help of the bar graph, or you can define your data with the help of dot pictorial analysis, or you want to define your data with the help of any different types of the matplot library was presented, and it is a built-in function that is used in the Python programming, which is used for the analyzing or visualizing the data. So it is a comprehensive library for the statistical or animated or visualizations. Next is how you can install the matplot library. So all you just need to do to open the CM, like command manager, just CMD, and write the above coding like CD desktop. And step 3, it is just you need to write the pip install, like pip install numpy, pip install, so pip function, pip installed numpy or the pip install matplot library, it can install that built-in function used in the Python programming matplot library. Let's see the few examples related to the matplot library. So the number 1 is import. So import is used for collecting the data from the built-in function. So import matplot library. So all you need to do is import that library, right? .py, right? Import the module. So this create the module of the matplot library. So import the matplot library, then .py extension of the matplot library, then plot, right? Plot as a PLT, like PLT, it is the module that created in the matplot library, right? Okay, so this is the statement in which it defines the calling of the built-in function, right? Built-in function, call it. Next, you need to define for the statistical analysis, I want the x and y axis. So this is the x value corresponding, this is the y value. Okay, next I wanted to plot that points into the matplot library. With the help of the matplot library, I wanted to implement this x and y axis. So I just simply write PLT, the module, right? The module, the PLT dot plot, which means it can plot the x and y axis, right? So PLT dot plot, what plot? X and y axis value, right? Next is I want to naming the any type of x axis. This is the x axis, this is the y axis. I wanted to naming the axis. So with the how you can naming the axis? With the help of the label function, right? So PLT dot x label of what? X axis, same as PLT dot label of y axis. Next is if you wanted to given the any type of the title of your graph, you just needed to use the title function. Next, PLT dot every time you need to import the module of the matplot library. So PLT dot title name is any type, ABC, whatever you wanted to write. So PLT dot title, then next PLT and now you want to show the and plot the result of the matplot library. All you just need to do is write the show function. So plt.show, you will get your answer or the output of the result. So this is the, with the help of the title function, you just write it the title of the graph. With the help of the label function, you define the x-axis and the y-axis, and with the help of the show function, the graph was represented, right? Next is the code seems self-explanatory, right? You define the x-axis, y-axis, and in this we uses the plot function also. We uses the label functions also with the help of the labeling the x and y-axis. We also uses the title function in this to title the graph, and then we also finally uses the show function to show the result, right? Next is NumPy. NumPy, it is the general purpose or the array-based processing packages which is used to and provide the high performance in the multi-dimensional object. For example, if you wanted the fundamental packages like the various scientific used the multi-dimensional way of the generic data, all you need is performed in the array NumPy. So array NumPy that contain the table of the element was present in the sum of the tuple positive integers, all the number of the integers or the dimensions in the array, that is called the rank of the array, and the size of the array along with each the dimension called the shape of the array, and all the array classes in the NumPy represent or called the ND array. Next is the NumPy array can be used in the square bracket also, and the Python list, nested Python list can be initialized, right? How you can created your NumPy array in the Python programming? So it can be created in a various ways. The number one, you can use in the ranks also. You can define the size of the array. It can also be created with the help of the list, tuple, and etc. And the resultant array can be deduced from the type of the element in the sequence. So the type of the array can be used in creating the fundamental array in the Python. Here is the example how you can create your array with the help of the NumPy package, right? So all you just need to do, import the NumPy package as NP module, right? This is the module. So all you need to, with the help of the import word, you can import the library, which is the main functions present in the NumPy as a NP. Next, I want to create the 1D array, right? One array in the NumPy with the help of the NumPy. All I need to do, create the any type of the variable, right? NP. With the help of importing the NP dot array, what kind of it can be represented or it can be implemented in the list array tuple, right? So I created with the help of the list. Then NP dot array, this element is stored in the array functions, right? Next is printing the rank of the array, and the same as you can created the rank 2 array, right? Array, then NP dot array, 2 variables, 2 list was represented. Next, printing the array. Next is creating the array from the tuple also. Tuple is indicated with the square bracket. You in Python programming, you can create your tuple with the help of the square with the help of bracket, right? So array equal to NP dot array, this element is present. Next is printing the element. Next is run on IDE, ideally integrated development environment. So here is the output. Whatever the elements was present in the code, it can be implemented with the help of the NumPy packages. Next is the basic operation you can also performed with the help of the NumPy in single array. For example, first, the number one, while importing the packages, we need to write import NumPy as a NP module, right? First, you need to define the array one list. It can be stored in a variable. Next is array 2. Array 2 is stored in a b variable, right? Next is how you can add the element. Add the element by using or you can use the c equal to a plus b, or you can use this type of a plus 1, right? Printing the element, adding the every one element to the next element, right? And if you want to subtract that element, all you just need right, using the b minus 1, right? The addressing the value of the b minus 1, right? Or next, you can implement it with the unary operation. How you can implement it? By using the sum function. right? A dot sum function. Next is adding the two array, you using a plus b, right? So this is the several function we can perform in the numpy with the help of the numpy packages. You can also perform the addition, you also perform the subtraction, you also performed with the help of the sum function unary operation, and you also perform the binary operation with the help of the sum function. So here is the output. Number one output shows that the increment of the value. Number two shows the decrement of the value. Number third, right, the number of the array was 10, is shows the addition or the sum with the help of the sum of all the array. Next is numpy as slicing. You can also use the numpy library in the terms of the slicing operations also, right? Slicing the array, which means it taking taking the element from one given index to the another given index, and it starts with the star. The syntax of the slicing is start semicolon end. The whatever the element or whatever the number is, start and end with 2. For example, I have taken. Next is you can also define the start, end, or step, right? So this is the example how you can implement it in numpy package. For example, the index was a start from 1 to 5, right? So with the help of numpy library, I can import the numpy as a np, initializing the array element, right, and stored in an array variable. Next is I declare the start point of the index of the element, which is 1, and ending of the element, which is 5. So the here is the output is given. Next is data types in Python. So by default, the data types in Python is declared the string, which is used to declare the text data, the integer, which is used for the integer numbers, float is used to represent the floating numbers, boolean is used for the true and false, and complex number is based on simply a plus b, j, right? Next is sorting. The array is also implemented like sorting the array in an ordered sequence, which means ordered sequence means order the corresponding element in an alphabetical order or the numerical order, ascending order, the descending order, right? So it can be implemented with the help of the function sort function, right? And it can be specified with the help of the numpy array. For example, you imported the numpy. Next is all the variables, all whatever the data is present, it can be stored in the array element, right? After that, calling the list, right, array, and also sort. So by using the sort function, you can sort the array, right? Next is pandas. Pandas is very powerful tool, and it's a very versatile library that is implemented for using the data manipulation in Python programming. Data manipulation, like for example, if I talked about the numpy library or the working of the several types, like in DBMS, like database management system, use the SQL query, it also uses by the Python, right? It's a very versatile and it is very easy to use and make it essential data analyst, scientist, structured data in the Python. Next is what can you do using the Python? By cleaning, merging, or joining the data with the help of the SQL query. Next is easy to handle the missing data, right? Next is it can be inserted and deleted the data with the help from the data frames, right? Next is powerful group. It is used for the split, the apply and compile the operations of the data set, and it is also used for the data visualization. Next is how you can import the data. Simple, you import the pandas, right? Import the pandas library as a PD, the module of the PD, right? So after the installing the system, you just need to import the library simply, and PD is referred as allies of the pandas. It is not necessary to import the using the allies, but it also help in writing less amount of code by using the methods, right? Next is there are two types of data structures in Python library. The number one is data frames and the second one is the series. So let's talk about the series. Series, it is the one-dimensional array which is used for holding the data, any type of the data in terms of integer, string, library, float, right? Next is it is also used in commonly Excel sheets, and labels needs to be unique, and it must be in a hashable type, right? It also support the integer and label based indexing. Next is how you can create the data series. So while using the data series, how you can implement it, the data from the existing storage, it can any time or terms of the file is saved. It can be saved in an Excel file or a CSV file or any type of the SQL database. It can create it with the help of the list, dictionary, scalar values, right? Let's see the example. While using import the pandas as a PD. Next, I also implemented the NumPy, importing the NumPy library. Next is how you can create the empty series by using the series function, pd.series. pd.series function you can implement, or you can create it the empty series, and this empty series is stored in any type of the variable you just indicated or you just initializes. Next, print the panda series. Next is with the help of the NumPy you can created the array. So simply np.array, you just created the list of the string in terms of the list. Next, this array is stored in a data variable. After that, calling the data with the help of what series, pd.series, right, and printing the pandas series library. So here is the series of the library output. Next is create, how you can create the data frames. Data series can be created with the help of the series function, right? With the help of the series function, you created the data series, and in data frames you can create it with the help of load and existing storage data, SQL library or the CSV file. It is also created with the help of the list, dictionary, and the sort of the data frames can be created by using single list also. This is the example how you can create the data frames using the using the Python library. So you import the Python library. After that, listing the string. This is the list of the string. With the help of the data frame function, you can create the data frame using the Python library. So this is the example you can implement the Python frame. Next is data frame from using the dictionary of the arrays or the list. It can be implemented if the index is passed, then the length should be the equal to the length of the array, and if it is not, then the range can be declared, or by default it can be used any type of the length, array length. Next is with the help of your dictionary, how you can implement the Python library. First, import the pandas library. After that, generated the list of the data or list of any type of the list in Python programming by using the curly braces. Square bracket is for the list, curly braces is for the dictionary, right? Creating the dictionary. Next is creating the data frame. With the help of the data frame function, you just created the data frame and print the output. So print the output that the data frames is stored in that variable, right? Next, dealing with rows and columns. It is a two-dimensional data structure which is allied in a tabular functions like the row and the column, and it is implemented in by using the column name and the column series. So here is the example. Importing the pandas library, how you can define the dictionary or creating the dictionary while using the curly braces, you can created the dictionary, right? After creating the dictionary, all you just need to convert that dictionary into the data frame by using the data frame function. How you can call the data, if you want to select the two column, all you just need to write the column name. So with the help of the column name, you can extract it the data was present in that Excel sheet or the CSV file, right? Row selection, pandas provide unique method to retrieve the data. So in this, we just use the iLocation function to retrieve the row selection. If you want to get the data from the row column, all you just need to write the iLocation function, right? Next is, let's see the example. Importing the Python packages. After that, Python packages, creation of the dictionary. Creation of dictionary is stored in the data variable. The data variable converted into the data frame series by using the data frame function. And if I want to call the any row indication of the row column number, so I just simply used the I location of which row, the location of 0th row, right? So this is the output from the column. So output from the row. Named index, how you can name your own index also. For example, import the pandas library, creation of the dictionary with the help of curly braces, and that dictionary data is stored in data variable. While using the data frame function, the data can be converted into the data frame, right? The dictionary is converted into data frame. And if you want to write any type of the named index, you just simply use the index function. What kind of index you want to named? It can be anything, day 1, day 2, day 3, or ABC, or the fruits name, right? So this is the output from getting the data or the named indexes. Next is using of the I location in data frames. It can be ordered to just simplify the position of the row, and if you wanted that the column you wanted as well, it can make it as a selection while using the I location function. Next is CSV file. CSV stands for the comma separated value. It is the text file, and it is storing the number of the data in the table like structure. It also represented the record or while using the commas, and each field is recorded as a .csv extension file that transfer the data between the different types of the programs. Right, here is few examples was the CSV data files, right? Next is how you can import the CSV file in the pandas library. Simple, write the import pandas as a PD. After importing, write data PD, right, the module of the pandas dot read underscore CSV. So read underscore CSV stands reading the whole content, reading the whole the whatever the data was present in .csv file. Reading with the help of read function, it read all the entire variable or the data in the file. After that, CSV file is stored in the data variable, right? So with the help of I location, the retrieving the rows of the element, we can use the I location to give to imported the row value, right? Next is GUI Python programming interface. So for number one is tkinter, which is used for ship the Python. WX is used for the widgets. Open source pyqt is used for the cross platform library. pygtk is kind of the wrapper that is used in the Python. For the GUI library, Python Simple GUI, it is a platform that is used for the API, and the Pygame is used for the video games, and Jython is used for the Python port in the Java, right? Next is, let's talk about the GUI. It is the developing interface which is used for using the any fastest way and creating the GUI applications. The number one is we can use the tkinter. So how you can create the tkinter Python app? By using importing the data from the tkinter. Next, creating the window of the container with the help of the widgets, and apply every widgets in the trigger formed on the Python language. So while using the how you can import the tkinter while using the import tk. So there are the two main method which is used in the to remember creating the Python application in GUI. The number one is screen name. The number one is tkinter packages hold the three different types of values. Number one is screen name, number two is base name, number three is the class name, and number four is use name, right? So tk which means it is used to store the any type of the value. First is represented as a none. Class name, we can take any ABC or the tk, and use tk is used in the one or the Windows name. So how you can create the window application? By using the m equal to tk function, which holds the library or the elements in the tk function. So the main loop function is used in the various application to run the infinite loop used in the GUI application. So we use the main loop function, right? Next is import the tkinter With the help of the TK inter, we created the simply empty TK inter. That empty TK inter holds the any type of the string value. Next is in taking the infinite loop, we just use the main loop functions, right? It also offered the geometrical configuration, which is organize the widgets parent window. We simply use the three manager classes in TK inter. Number one is pack method. Pack method is used to organize the widgets in the block. Grid method is used to organize the widgets in a grid like table like structure. Place function, it is used by placing the data in a very specified position directed by the programs, right? Let's see the widgets TK inter application. Some major widgets are there like the button also. So how you can call the button, right? Simple, use the any type of the variable is represented the variable, and then we use the button. With the help of the button, we indicated the master and the option value. So the master value, it is the parameter is set to represent the parent window, and it is also used any type of the format can be given, it can be changed, and the number of the options can be passed, and the parameter can be represented where simple some few lists are presented like active background value, like the background color was there, active foreground value like the foreground color of the button, BG like background color, command any type of the call function you want to given, font labels, also image if you want to insert the image into the buttons, the width, the height of the buttons was there. So there are few types of the parameters was there to represented in while using the TK inter GUI application. So number one is how you can implemented all these listed parameters. Just import the TK inter as a TK. So with the help of the TK function, we can store the whole value, whole data into the R variable, R dot title. You with the help of the title, you just indicated the title name. Next is in button what you wanted, the what kind of parameter you want to set, the stop, the width value of the stop at 25, and the command you want to with the r dot destroy, right? Next is with the help of the pack function, the button was the packed, and then the main loop, the infinite loop was generated or implemented while using the main loop function. So this is the output of creating the button, right? Next is entry. You can also use the single line or the text in the while using the TK inter, right? So the syntax is entry master option value. So the master is another the parameter is set in the parent window. It can implemented by changing the format into the same kind of the listed parameter is seen in the previous like button section. So and in entry section you also write the pixels also. You can also set the background color. You can also set the cursor is used around the entry level. You can also set the commands. You can also highlight any type of the color you wanted to, like the width and the height of the button. So simply import that library TK inter. While using the TK functions, you can labeling with the help of the master functions. With the help of the master function, you calling all each entry level. While using the all each entry level, it can constituted in a grid level approach. After that, while using the main loop function, you can implement it the whole value. So this is the output of the program, right? Thank you and Jai Hind.